Hey, welcome to Ninja Monkey. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to take these off and make sure that the music is okay, the volume is fine. And for those of you who are here for the very first time, I'm Nathan. I make content about planning trips to Japan, itineraries, things to do, and generally just making sure that you guys have the best possible trip to the land of the rising sun. So just remember that to ask a question at Ninja Monkey or write the right question to get my attention. Super chats, members, patrons will get priority. I try to get to as many questions as I can. As always, the bandana is back. I lost it. Actually, this is the second one. It's too big. I feel like my head is too small. But it's all good, I think. Right. Bonkers about Alice. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Staying in Namba, Osaka. Other than Nara, what else can we get to outside Osaka directly from Namba? Well, I don't know specifically directly from Namba, but very easily you can go to Uji or even Kinoseki Onsen. Those areas are quite easy to get to. And from Osaka, also Himeji is quite an easy trip. And many people even opt to do day trips to Hiroshima, believe it or not, from Osaka. Osaka is quite a good hub. There's plenty of areas for you to visit, definitely. So what's the best way to get to Universal Studios? I mean, I'm just gonna say that really you need to check Google Maps, because the best way is via train, to be honest. But all the connections and that kind of thing, I don't know off the top of my head. It all depends on how at what time of the day you're traveling, etc. So use Google Maps. That's what I use every time I go to Universal Studios. It's very straightforward. So hey, Jim Ross, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Jim has started with a bang. Is the volume okay? Is the music okay? Is it too loud? Is it okay? I'm just gonna I feel like the music might just be, I'm just vibing with the music. I'm liking the whole vibe, but I'm just gonna put it down a little bit just to make sure. Thank you so much for creating all these awesome members. Arigatou gozaimasu, Jim. See you soon. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. And I know that you like my monkey, so gotta do the monkey, right? Gotta do the monkey. Excalibur, how are you doing? Thanks for watching. Hey, I'm staying in Osaka. Everyone's staying in Osaka, it seems, for 4 days and Tokyo for 3 days. What are the best places to visit, as well as the best coffee shops? As I see many cool ones on TikTok, but would love your recommendations. Well, thank you so much for wanting my recommendations. That's obviously very nice. In terms of seeing Osaka and Kyoto, what are the best places to visit? It all depends on your preferences. I've got some videos out that you can check out. Actually, I just put a video out a few months ago about day trips from Tokyo. If you're considering day trips to Tokyo, like you can go to Nikko, and you can go to Hakone, Kamakura, Ashikaga. I mean, Enoshima. The list goes on and on and on. I list them all on a video that I made. Osaka, I've just mentioned. Osaka is also a great location. I think that from Osaka you can, within less than 2 hours, you can get to Hiroshima. You can get to many places on the Shinkansen less than 2 hours, which I think is a reasonable amount of travel if you get up in the morning nice and early and you want to do a day trip, right? I think I mentioned Uji as a sort of unsung hero, to be honest. It's quite an interesting place with a very beautiful temple. And if you like matcha green tea, then amazing. Other than that, Kobe is very near. Nara, Kinoseki Onsen, Onomichi. I love Onomichi. I mean, you can get around pretty much. Find something, explore, research something that interests you, and you'll probably be able to get to it from Osaka, for sure. Hey, Tommy Tran, how you doing? And Bojo Pigeon is also in the house. Awesome. Girl Wonder Down Under. Hi. The addicted assemble as usual. Indeed, it's very warm in here. I think I've got a light. I've changed things around. I'm trying to simplify my setup. Every time I simplify it, it ends up becoming more complicated as I add more and more things. I just want things simple. I just want to sit down and stream. I don't want to be setting up for 20 minutes every time before streaming, which is typically what's happening right now. In the UK, when you have drunk way too much, you got to get a Turkish kebab. What's the Japanese equivalent? I would say that probably ramen. Ramen. For sure, ramen. Hey Nathan and Monkey Crew. Hey Ruse, how you doing? The monkey for the win indeed. Dying Gull, how are you, my friend? We need to do a catch up. We need to do a video call at some point. Yeah, just to see what's going on and stuff. Yeah. Banana ramen. Yeah, Dying Goal is all over the place. He's always traveling. It's really, I don't even know where he is right now, to be honest. Osaka is good now. Heat is off and location is fantastic. Everyone knows, it's not a secret, that Osaka isn't my city of choice. If I had to choose a city, it would definitely be Tokyo over Osaka. But I think that there's a lot going on, and I definitely do return, as you have noticed. I keep on saying Osaka isn't my city of choice, but I somehow end up going back to Osaka pretty much every year. There must be a reason for that, right? Have you covered anything about hiking trails, and especially around the Japan Alps? Mum's friend's son and fiance are going on honeymoon, so have come to me for info. Octi, wow, that's pretty cool that they've come to you and that you've come to me. I love hiking. I like trails. I like that kind of thing. But I don't do many of them when I'm in Japan, to be honest. Usually, especially because I'm traveling in the summer, and that's the time that I have the most amount of time to you know, like, travel around. I know that currently Hannah, quite a big YouTube channel, she does some incredible work with hiking trails, with walks, and she's much fitter than me. So I would suggest that you check out her channel, and you can even say that I sent you that way. Not that she knows who I am. We chat every now and then on Instagram, actually. For some reason, she actually answers my things. But yeah. Hey, Eric V, how are you doing, my friend? I've been working on a new family-focused video. As you all know, I traveled to Japan in the summer, and I spent the first sort of over a week with some friends from home and their two kids, a boy and a girl. And I use the opportunity not just to bond with them, because they are sort of like my nephew and my niece, to be honest, and he's one of my best friends, but to use the footage to actually put together some family related guides and content. I've been working on that for about 3 weeks now. Slowly, I just want to make sure that it's right. I want to make sure that I put out information that families will find useful. And I think that my approach is a little bit different to what I've seen other people do in that space. So hopefully I've got a winner on my hands. I don't know. It's the first time I sort of go into the whole family thing, right? Back in Tokyo on Thursday. Very, very jealous indeed. Towada! You think it's silly, but should have the ancient name for Japan. Oh well. You sent them to my channel? Thank you. Hey, Jennifer is in the house. How are you, Jennifer? I hope you're doing well. Thanks. You know, I was thinking about you the other day because somebody asked me if I had been to a baseball game in Japan. So I basically recounted my whole experience in Osaka, how great it was, what fun we had, how much fun we had, and yeah. So it's I love it when people ask me. I love going back into memory lane and sort of like, yeah, it was pretty cool. Towada, Nathan is the today's recommendation. Would you say May or October, November would be better time to visit next year? I would definitely say probably October, November. The weather's pretty good. especially in October and the beginning of November this year. It's been actually unseasonably warm, as a lot of you know. Uh, I think that October, November is a great time. May could be a little bit of a mixed bag. It's probably going to be quieter in May with less tourists and less visitors and less travelers, but you might start getting the potential start of some rain, and also some public holidays that could screw things up for you, like Golden Week. So you're in Wakayama, day 7 of 12. How is it going in Wakayama, by the way? Sounds very wacky to me in Wakayama. Ah, you're fly fishing. Hey, Guzumi! Cool. I remember you were asking me all sorts of questions about fly fishing I couldn't answer. So hopefully, this trip that you're on will mean that you have all this additional knowledge to bring to Ninja Monkey community, so that when somebody... Oh, what's happened? Oh, my video has gone. Why? But you can hear me, right? I don't know what's happened. Right, I'm gonna fix this right now. And we're back. Guys, we're back. Saved, we're safe. But yeah, I was saying, Gazumi, that you've got all this additional information to bring to the team, and in the future, if anybody ever asks about anything like that, you're the person. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, because I think that I'm a little bit... There we go. That's a little bit better. Monkey around Japan, awesome. Hey crew, hi Gazumi. Tomitron sounds fun, Gazumi. Have I been camping in Japan? I'm trying to think. Have I been camping in Japan? You know what? I've been to Japan so many times that now I actually have to start thinking about whether or not I've actually been camping. And I think my answer is no. I don't think so. I don't think I've been camping. I would remember, right, if I've been camping. But I've got a feeling that I might have been glamping, if that counts. It's quite big in Japan, glamping. In terms of camping, it's something that I would love to do, and it's something that has been offered to me quite a few times. It just hasn't worked out with my timings and that sort of thing. Dying Goal has definitely in Hokkaido for sure. Yeah, seeing the Hanshin Tigers with you was so much fun. I agree with you. Oh, and you're not a big fan of Osaka either. I think it's a weird one for me. I sort of have a love-hate relationship with the city. I think that just Tokyo has more to offer, but I do sometimes feel that when I am in Osaka and I go out drinking, I have more fun than in Tokyo for some reason. I must admit that the people in Osaka are definitely more open and more open to having fun in with foreigners than in Tokyo, to be honest. But that's not to say that it's my favorite place in the world, you know? 30 years ago? Wow. We need to do a Ninja Monkey camping trip. How does that sound, everyone? Take care, Dangle. Thanks for being here. Have a good one. Only work as hard as you have to, indeed. Tawada asks me... Oh, where's my... highlight has gone. Okay, let me put it back. Tawada asks, Ninja Monkey, will you ever visit Nokogiriyama? I think that you may like it. It is extremely beautiful and historical. Well, then I will have to visit. Believe it or not, I do actually make a list of the things that you mention. So I do listen to you. So yeah. Yeah, awesome, Gazumi. I mean, I'm not a fishy sort of person. I don't really like fishing. I mean, my grandfather used to, or attempted to, take me fishing when I was a kid, and I remember seeing the fish like suffer when I caught my first fish, and I think that might be a reason why I don't really eat fish, to be honest. Clay! How are you doing, Clay? In Korea. My friend in Korea. I'm just not too interested in Korean content, to be honest. Not to say that I wouldn't want to go to Korea. I have been to Seoul, and I've been to Busan, and I've been to some places in between. But I'm just not too interested on like your streams in Korea, because I'm just not interested in Korean culture too much. But I do come and say hello because you know, because it's you, and I have to come and say hello, right? Hey. The friendliness in Osaka I really enjoyed compared to Tokyo for me. Yeah, Tommy, I agree. I agree. People are definitely more open to smiling at you or with you when you're in Osaka. My relative lives and works in Osaka, but Osaka people friendliness makes you nervous. Why, dude? Why does it make you nervous? It shouldn't make you nervous. Like, I think it's the opposite. When people are friendly and open and welcoming, it puts me more at ease. Unless they look weird, then I'm like, what's going on here, right? Enjoy the fishing, Kazumi. Send me a picture. You listen to me, then here, Tokyo Italia guy. Yeah. Komigi Lab restaurant is extremely good. Well, I do listen to you. I make lists. I make comments of what people say. I'm just gonna end. I'm not gonna end, but I'm just gonna restart because I've been trying to read some tips on live streaming, and they say that about a good 5-10 minutes into a stream, you should restart the stream so that you can then edit out the start, all the fluff, all the nothingness. So, welcome to Ninja Monkey. I'm Nathan, and I talk to you about Japan, answer questions, and hopefully help you plan your trip. The stream is about people asking me questions about their trip to Japan, my trip to Japan, and everything in between. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment, even though it might no longer be live. How's that? You're flying out in the afternoon? Yeah, Jeju. I know some people went to Jeju and they said that it was quite boring. They said that there wasn't much to do and that they overstayed. They stayed there for like 4 days or something, and they said that they should have stayed for 2 because it was. But hey, I don't know. It is a saying, smiles hide secrets. I prefer the people in Iwate Prefecture. Okay, you know what? Haven't really thought of like judging people in Japan by the prefectures. I have some very fond memories depending on where I am in Japan from my trips. One of them was in Morioka. Morioka people were so welcoming to me. Killed it. Yes. Staying for 10 days. Awesome. I don't know. Hopefully what I was told is that basically it wasn't worth going unless you rented a car. That's what I was told. Because it's a lot. The public transport is quite bad. that's what someone told me. I want to go there though. Don't get me wrong. I want to go there, and I probably will go. Jeju Island sounds very interesting. Hey, Ninja Monkey Guy, my favorite time of my last trip was Nico, a Japanese friend, took me there and offered private taxi hire. Cool. Took us around everywhere, including the Shogun Temple's spectacular area. Yeah, Nico is quite a good choice, especially for people who are not going to go to Kyoto, I find. I mean, sometimes people ask me, should I go to Nico? And it's difficult to answer the question. It all depends on what you've already done in your itinerary. I believe Kyoto can be an area that can temple you out, I feel sometimes. And if you've already spent like a few days temple hopping and seeing all the shrines and seeing all these temples in Kyoto, then perhaps Nikko isn't the place that you should be going to. But if you haven't done enough temple, or you really love temple history, etc., and that kind of thing, or you were not going to go to Kyoto, then I think Nikko is a really, really good alternative that's very close to Tokyo, you know. So Ellie, how are you doing? Thoughts on using private driver transport services to move a group to lodging in Tokyo? A lot of people do it. It's probably going to be a lot more, a lot cheaper to financially better for you to do it as a group, probably. My friends, when they came over, they did it with their family. They felt that it was easier for them. I understand it was two kids, it was a few adults, two kids, and a lot of suitcases, so it made sense. And I always say it all depends on your budget. It all depends on how confident you are and what you want out of your trip. There's no right way of getting anywhere in Japan. But my thoughts are that if you feel that private driver transport services to move your group to your hotel or wherever you're staying in Tokyo is right for you, and it's just a little bit more expensive than using public transport, then great. But I just wanted to remind you that actually using public transport in Japan from the airport to Tokyo is actually really easy. It can actually set your adventure up from the very, very start, and it can be an experience, an unforgettable part of your trip. Those first few, like the first hour or two in Japan, is, I think, for your very first trip, very special, very important. And you might want to weigh out: would you want to spend it in a car, or do you want to spend it like in public transport? You know, it's one of those things. There's nothing wrong with it. Eric V, Guy, Energy Monkey Guy, what is the furthest day trip you would recommend from Kobe? Ooh, from Kobe. I'm gonna have to bring out my what are you looking for to start with? Like, are you looking for city, towns, small, quiet, like bustling, onsens? But I am gonna have to bring out Google Maps for this one, because I have a place in mind. It's one of my favorite places, but I'm not very sure how long it takes to get there. I've got a feeling that it's doable. Um, oh yeah, for sure. So, so what I would say, Eric, is for me personally, 3 hours is my top limit of the amount of, how far I would go. Because it would be 3 hours. Return would be 6 hours of my day, but I try as much as I can to do day trips that are under 2 hours of transport, if that makes any sense. And one of my favorite places in the whole of Japan is this town called Onomichi, which I'm just looking here is under 2 hours from Kobe Station. I made a video about it. You could check it out, see what you think. It's maybe a little bit of a nostalgic thing for me. I just had such a great time there. There were no foreigners whatsoever. There were no tourists whatsoever. It's this little town with a really long shotengai, sort of like indoor shopping mall. Very, very Showa era style, like kind of old. And apart from that, it has this sort of hill with a cable car or a ropeway, which has lots of little shrines and temples and pagodas and stuff like that. Little coffee shops. Is very quaint. For me, it was a really nice day away from everything, from it all, and I would recommend that. But from Osaka, you could even do places like Kurashiki, probably around the same amount of time, probably even less. You could go to places, sorry, from Kobe, you're saying, yeah, very similar. So, but yeah, hopefully that's a place that I suggest many people visit. I don't think it's touristy, but it's touristy at the same time. Anyway, I've got a Coke Zero here, and I'm gonna drink Hey, Lord McGray, how are you doing? Kampai. Japanese people always judge other from their prefecture and dialect. I know this Japanese guy called Tawada who does exactly that. You're gonna rent a car? My friend lives there. Perfect then. I think you'll be fine then if you're gonna rent a car, dude. Gonna try to sleep? Yes, please sleep. Have a great day tomorrow, dude. I feel like Kamakura is a good Kyoto substitute too. Yeah, Kamakura and Enoshima also. That general area, I agree, Jesse. I like a lot. I don't get bored of Enoshima. I went to Enoshima last time. It was very, very hot. And I went with a friend. And I don't think she was vibing as much as I was with the place. Because I just have this I just really like small places which have nothing much to do, if that makes any sense. And that's not for everyone. That's not for everyone. So, hey, has it zoomed in again? No, it's okay. Let me just... I'm moving this a little bit too much. Hey, why aren't I zooming? Ooh, this is giving me a headache now. Oh well, that's good enough. I know there's a lot of animal cafes, but are there any with snakes and spiders? Probably. I mean, not that you'd catch me in a snake and spider cafe ever, but for sure. I mean, just in this last trip, my friends took their kids to a pig cafe, to a cat cafe, to a dog cafe. I don't know if they went to something else, but... How are you, Lord McGray? Hope you're doing well. All of the above, I'm looking to enjoy as much as I can from there. 3 hours travel, thank you. I'm excited for the experience. Yeah, I mean, 3 hours is the max. I would say 2 hours is probably going to give you a lot more satisfaction out of your trip, to be honest. Onomichi, like a dragon video game location. Onomichi is pretty cool. I swear, like, I love it. How would you spend a full day in Beppu? Jigoku Hells, Hachiman Asami Shrine, Mount Surumi at sunset. What else? Oof, I don't know, because I literally spent as much as I could in the hells and doing onsen, to be honest. And I went to this really interesting experience. It was a perfume museum, very random, very random, but it was a perfume museum in Beppu, and it was quite cool, actually. Quite a cool little experience, that one. Go wander down under, and Jesse, yes, coke. Off to work, rather be off to Japan again. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week, everyone. I was going to day trip Enoshima from Tokyo, but how my flights worked out, it gave me 2 extra days. So now staying overnight in Enoshima. Really? Wow. Let me know how that goes, because Enoshima is kind of small and there's nothing much to do. I can't imagine staying there overnight, to be honest. But hey, yeah, like I said, I like small places. Thumbs up, yeah, guys, don't forget to thumbs up the stream, please. I'd appreciate it if you do thumbs up the stream, everyone. The Sitisifi, I can't even say it. The Sifitisifi. What's up? Not a question, but I was in your last meetup in Shinjuku. Awesome. Good to see you, and I'm going to be in Japan pretty much every year from now on. Nice to meet you also in the meetup. It's pretty cool. I loved that little meetup that we had. It was so much fun. It was great, like hanging out with people. Yeah. But I can't say your name though. Tawada, If you like some old places, go to Honjo Saitama Prefecture. You will go to see and do nothing. I had to work there. But there's a certain type of little place that I like. Is your choice a result of being born and raised in Gibraltar? I don't know. I mean, Onomichi, if we're talking about Onomichi specifically, I think that there's a few things that I've learnt about myself through my trips to Japan. And I've learned that I love places that are near the sea. I love little islands, and I love places that are more like subtropical or Mediterranean style in climate. Which, yes, so then the answer would be yes. It's probably because I'm born and raised in Gibraltar. Anywhere that's next to the sea with some boats makes me incredibly happy. The smell of the ocean makes me incredibly happy, and that's definitely as a result of being born in Gibraltar. So yeah, probably. Is the sound a bit disturbed? What kind of static for anybody else or just me? It didn't change? Let me know if there's any problems with the sound, and I'll try and fix it. If you catch the illumination on Enoshima, it is incredible. LEDs on every square inch, really? Well, yeah, wow. Sunset with the silhouette of Fujisan in the distance, 10 out of 10. Yeah, Enoshima is a great place to see Mount Fuji in the distance. I've seen it pretty much nearly every single time I've traveled to Enoshima, actually, apart from the last time. But yeah. Plan to leave Tokyo, see Enoshima Island in the afternoon, stay overnight, then go to Kamakura the next day before heading to Osaka. Sounds like a nice plan. Hey, JJI is in the house, dude. How are you doing? Have I ever been to Yakushima? Yes, Yakushima is probably my favorite place in the whole of Japan. Maybe now Ishigaki in Okinawa, but but I went to Yakushima. I think I might have been one of the few first like content creators making content that made a Yakushima video, to be honest, because about a year or 2 years after my trip to Yakushima, all the big YouTubers did the whole Yakushima thing, and since then I'm sure it's become a lot more popular. So when I went, there was no one. There was no one. Basically, it was a fantastic place. I highly recommend it if you like nature and moss and forests and islands and turtles and rivers and waterfalls. Yeah. Can't wait to go back. The Japanese are very kind. I agree. Wow, this is good. I am born and raised in. Nothing is better than the sound of waves and seafood. Yeah, I love the sound of the ocean. It really calms me. I actually have the ocean, like this wall here, about, I would say 20 meters, maybe not 20, maybe 30 or 40 meters beyond this wall is the ocean. So yeah, there you go. Japan. No, it's weird. Perhaps I need to get my brain checked. Why? Been missing your presence. Of course you have. There are predictions of a mega quake in the next 20 years. Do you carry a flashlight, first aid kit, etc.? I actually made a whole video, Banana Necessary, about the topic, about the mega quake and what tourists should do, how tourists can prepare. I don't carry a flashlight. I don't carry a first aid kit with me. The majority of hotels will have emergency staff, and The only addition that I've recently added to my bag is a whistle to call for attention just in case. But other than that, I don't. I'm very aware. I've now gone through a few tremors, a few earthquakes. I've had the emergency alert a number of times, and it really is very scary. The alert is very scary. But I've just learned to react quickly and be prepared for the worst, really. I live a 10-hour drive from the closest ocean. Jesse, what? What? How? Traveling with Lynn, how are you doing? Yo, Ninja. Yo, traveling with Lynn. Kids can be mean, but they can also be a lot of joy, you know, and innocent and funny and do things that are unexpected. The YouTube algorithm has just joined. Okay, YouTube algorithm, can you do me a favor, please? I've got a few videos that need a little bit of a boost. Can you help them? I will just give up if a mega quake hits. I had a good run. I think if there is a mega quake, there's very little that you can do other than hold on, you know. I mean, I'll tell you the story. I was staying in Mia. Oh, yeah, I was in Beppu. I had just come from Miyazaki, and I was staying in Beppu when the quake happened I think it was in August. Quite a big quake. Felt it quite a bit, but I got the emergency alert, and the emergency alert basically went off, and it sort of says, you know, earthquake incoming, earthquake magnitude 5 point whatever it was, and it says seek shelter, or like, and it says hide under a table. That's what it said. And I'm looking around in a little bit of a panic, you know, like, what do I do? Where do I go? Where do I go? And I'm staying in a ryokan, and anybody who stayed in a ryokan knows that the tables are super low, and it's impossible for you to sort of like hide under a table. So that was kind of interesting. You've got me. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for joining and helping. Oh, I haven't seen your last Japan Instagram post. Is it the one that says I love Japan? Because if it is, then then yeah, me too. Let's see. Japan, itchy ban. Sometimes I accidentally say itchy bum. Let's see. Wait a minute, why can't I? JJI. And ooh. Okay, here we go. Japan. Oh, because I did it with spaces. Japan will always be my dream destination. Yes. Let me like it, because I haven't liked it. Ta-da! Liked. That's one of your daughters in the pic, is it? Ooh. Where was it? Ooh, beautiful, eh? Very beautiful. What are some of your favorite places in Kyushu? Airdrid. Very easy. My favorite places in Kyushu. I actually think I love Kyushu a lot. So I'm gonna say a lot of places, but I definitely like Fukuoka. I definitely like Nagasaki. I definitely like Miyazaki. Is probably my top, or one of my top Miyazaki. And then Yakushima, which is considered part of Kyushu, or well, at least it's considered part of Kagoshima prefecture. So those would be my picks for Kyushu. Very, very nice. Best flavor of calorie mate to stockpile. They all taste the same, I think. Spun, how are you doing? Never understood the need to buy calorie mate tastes like slightly flavored chalk. They all taste exactly the same, I think. Kawagoe, nice. How was Kawa? We haven't spoken about Kawagoe. You ended up going? Awesome. I traveled to Japan for the first time at the end of February, 12 days, split between Tokyo and Kyoto. Should I expect winter temperatures towards the start of March? Um, probably. The February, when I've been in February, middle of February towards the end of February, it's been cold, especially at night. It's still been very wintry. Now I don't know what it's going to be like specifically in March, but I'm guessing that it will still be cold and it won't start warming up until, you know, the second week of March, or at least, or maybe March it starts warming up. After all, in March you start getting all the sakura sort of like predictions. Usually the sakura predictions start around the 20th of March, so I'm guessing that the 2 weeks previous to that will start warming up. You put yours in the closet, what? Calorie mate is just meh. I took 2 calorie mates with me when I traveled up Mount Fuji, and it was so powdery it nearly made me choke. Yes, Konbini, guys. Konbini. I miss a Konbini so much. Also, why can't I? This is. There we go. That's a little bit better. Kawagoe is a nice place. It was great, easy to get to, lots going on. Kimono rental was great. Bumped into just roaming around, you told me, I remember. Only issue was that it was a national holiday, so it's quite busy. Oh my god. I can just imagine that place on a national holiday. It's usually quite busy anyway, let alone on a national holiday, but hey. Guys, I started the stream a little bit earlier than normal. Usually I start it half an hour later because I have a really early morning tomorrow. I have some sort of like I don't want to disclose too much information about my personal life, but at work we're doing like a big project and I have to be there quite early, so there's definitely 7-Eleven in Sweden. You know, we used to have a 7-Eleven in Gibraltar years and years and years ago. Not anymore though. And if we did now, it would suck. I went to 7-Eleven in Thailand, and it was sort of like it wasn't too bad actually, to be honest. The Thai 7-Eleven that I went to wasn't too bad. It sort of had the vibe of the Japanese 7-Eleven, but it was even more packed. It had like too many things in it. It was as if 7-Eleven got married to Don Quixote and a new 7-Eleven was born. That was like what the Thai 7-Eleven was like. It was like a marriage between Don Quixote and 7-Eleven. It was kind of bizarre. It was too much. I miss the vending machines too, Erica. For sure. I agree with you. The amount of times that I'm walking down the street and like here where I live and I want to get myself a nice cold bottle of water and there's nowhere to buy it, you know? Whilst in Japan, it's like everywhere. Like you will not die thirsty in Japan. Recently, the Australian 7-Elevens have started selling rice balls. Awesome! Really? Hey, Alex. Awesome. Let me just add you to my. Well, first of all, thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. And let me add you to the support wall, Alex, and get to your question. Alex can go. Much appreciated. Hello, would you ever consider making a video review on your favorite izakaya or convenience store food reviews? Thanks, love your channel. If it's something that you think people would watch, maybe. I think it would be a lot of fun. I think that's a kind of video that would work really well with somebody else in the video, like maybe Japan Ichiban, which unfortunately we didn't really do much filming together, did we? Really? But it was difficult. You had your girls, and I was there for such a short amount of time. But hopefully in the future we can actually do, lock our brains together and get something down on paper yeah, I think making a video review of my favorite izakaya or convenience store food would be good. I'm not very sure how it would do on my channel, but I'm always willing to explore new things. I mean, the next video coming up, maybe if not the following, is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a video where I pick a topic and I literally walk through the streets of Tokyo, just giving my opinion on the topic. So it's going to be, I don't know, I don't know what people are going to think of it, but I thought it was I just wanted to try different things, and I want to keep things a little bit more real and a little bit more raw. So, and as for if you're interested in some food related like videos, Alex, then you could always check out, I have a guide to restaurants, English speaking, like izakaya style restaurants in Japan that you might like. It will definitely give you some ideas. I think there's like 7 or 8 on there. It will give you some ideas of easy to get to nationwide, pretty much nationwide izakayas and restaurants and types of food that you might like. If you haven't checked that one out already, maybe one of my mods can post it down there. Much appreciated. Hey, Lord McGray, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thanks so much for your support always, and for coming onto my streams so often. I remember you like coming on for years now. Like, it's nice. I was talking to someone, to Saika, over the phone, over a video call, because she came to the meetup, but unfortunately she couldn't stay because they didn't allow the kid, and I wanted to, she made all this effort to come to the meetup, that I wanted to give her the time, so to have a chat with her, and yeah. And I was just telling her how cool it is to have people that you sort of know from the chat, right? Let me just write down your name and I will get to your question now. McFrey, no. McGray. McFrey, no. Does the light change mode still work? I'd like to have some blue and a drink for you. Hey, yes, sure. If you super chat me and you want the color to be blue, which is currently purple-ish at the moment, I can make it happen, no problem. Let's make it blue. How's that? Awesome. And thank you so much. I'll give you a campaign with my Coke Zero. This month on YouTube, my views are horrendous. They're terrible. I know what's going on, but no, ain't very good month for Ninja Monkey, I'm gonna say. Right, let's see. Japanese supermarkets are underrated. 7-Eleven in Denmark, it was so rubbish. Seven and I Holdings support Australia 7-Eleven operations. We are not noticing many benefits yet. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully in the future, right? Taiwan 7-Eleven is peak 7-Eleven. Really? Ooh. Now that sounds very interesting. Nathan, when you've got a big project at work, carry a laptop or a folder around. It looks like you're busy and on the go. Oh, with my work, I don't need to carry a my line of work, I don't need to carry a laptop or a folder. You could tell that I'm busy at work. A Vigil, you love Europe as well. Where have you been in Europe, by the way? I think Europe is a pretty very diverse, very interesting place. Ooh. Have I missed something? What, you're letting your real job interfere with Japanese focus matters? How dare you! I know, right? You can't wait to experience Japanese konbinis in December. Awesome. They are quite a spectacular thing, I think. I got myself some, I think it was Family Mart or 7-Eleven socks just out of necessity. And I swear, they're so freaking comfortable and soft. They're just so soft. Why are you so good? No one in Japan bows and folds their hands at the same time. It makes me laugh. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thanks. Thank you so much for that comment. I appreciate you. Always down for an izakaya meetup. We need to plan it properly. Come in summer. Hey, thanks for the restaurants video. It's there. Hopefully you'll get some pretty good ideas there. We went to Lawson in China. It was very rough. Oh my god, I can just imagine. I can just imagine. At least you could pay with PayPay, right? Which convenience stores is your favorite? Personally, I think 7-Eleven has the best tasting selection overall compared to Family Mart and Lawson's. I think for me, it's a very close tie between 7-Eleven and Family Mart. And I just go for the one that's closest to me. So, do I collect Eki stamps? I'm excited to start my collection in December. Connor, I don't collect Eki stamps anymore. I think it's a phase that has passed. I've gone beyond that phase. I've been traveling to Japan for the last 10 years. I've traveled, I don't know how many times now, but tens and tens of, so like this year it's going to be 4 or 5 times. And I think that it got to a point where my style of travel just didn't fit in with the whole like getting my stamps. So, but I've done them in the past. I think they were a lot of fun. I think that they're definitely something that you should look forward to, and they're something that can make your trip a little bit more exciting, especially for the first few trips. But I think that with Japan, when you travel Japan, you sort of go through phases, and you sort of like level up to Japan level 2, and then level up to Japan level 3. And your interests become more like specific, more focused. I think as you travel through Japan, you start noticing the things that you enjoy more, the things that you like more, and just you as a person, you will change, or Japan will change you, and you will change as the years go by as you travel through Japan. I remember the very first few times I went to Japan, I really could care less for temples and shrines. Yeah, they were pretty. I took a few pictures, Now I love them. So, Japan with the awesome special emoji. Are they emojis? Is that what they're called? Need to get some more smashing of the like button. Only 50% of the views. So what? Smash the button, guys. Smash it. I like the restaurants that have iPad ordering. I feel people aren't judging me when I order 3 meals and several beers. I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, yeah, 100%. I get it. Um, Sometimes it's like it's not just the several beers or the main or whatever, multiple meals. It's a choice of meal. Hey, is that there's some food in the background? That's me eating. What am I eating? I don't know, but I'm eating. Um, I was gonna say that I like ordering through an iPad. Sometimes, not all the time. I like the connection that you get in smaller izakayas, basically. But the good thing about ordering through an iPad is that nobody judges what you order, and sometimes I just want to eat a freaking cheese croquet or a cheese something or fried cheese. Don't judge me. Yeah, that's it. The Family Mart socks are so soft, right? I'm never going to in summer again. I came from a cold and windy hill in the north of England. 39 degrees and 89% humidity in Japan is no good for me. I have to say that I met Alan, Japanese Japan, in Japan last summer, and I could tell that, especially Michaela, I think, I could tell that they were having a little bit of a rough time. Not just that, it was a little bit unfair though, because it was literally the first 2 days that they had just landed and they hadn't really acclimatized. I think that, and probably you would agree with me, that by the end of the trip you'd started to acclimatize, you know. How was your first trip to Japan? Do you have a video on it? I don't have a video on it, or I kind of do. But the first time I went to Japan, actually went as part of a tour group, and I wasn't doing YouTube, and I filmed some bits and bobs. In fact, I put a video recently about me playing a game with a geisha, with a Maiko, and obviously all those people would probably not want to be on YouTube, so I've got to be very careful with the footage. I don't have a lot of footage though, but my first time in Japan was awesome, hence why I am still going back to Japan. People not Buddhists going to temples seems so silly to me. I disagree. I disagree. I think that you can see temples and shrines as a place of beauty, a place of history. It's a lot of these temples are historical sites with a lot of history behind them, and a lot of things happening around the area. A lot of these temples or shrines are actually the central point of some towns. Some temple towns and shrine towns, well, temple towns have been built around a temple, so therefore the temple is a very focal and important part of that town, and therefore visiting temples and shrines are not silly in the same way that people visit the cathedrals and visit churches across Europe for the historical value, for the beauty, for the stained glass windows. I mean, people visit the Vatican for the artwork of Michelangelo, etc., 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 even though they might not be Christians, right? Every time you say that I visit another temple on purpose, every time to say that, I bow with my hands like this on purpose. Thank you. Thank you. Amsterdam. Ooh. Love the conveyor belt restaurant experience. Kura. Oh my god, Kura has literally taken over Japan, I swear. Like in the last 3 years, it's just exploded. It's everywhere. Pretty cool. Ordering random slices of cake and beer that flies along the conveyor belts. Great stuff. I agree. Hey Tony G, I missed Tokyo Tower. Then I was in Tokyo. It was so much to see for the first timer. There is a lot to see for a first timer in Japan. Oh, A Vigil, the British Museum is quite amazing. I've been to it quite a few times. It's free to enter, which is quite crazy. But the British Museum in London is quite an amazing building. Just the building itself is so grand, and there's so much in there. For hours and hours and hours you could walk around. After Venice in summer, I'm now willing to try hell or Japan in summer. I tell you something, yeah? That part of Europe, like Italy, etc., can get so hot. So yeah, you're ready for a Japan summer trip. Hell and Japan in summer are the same place. What? Funny enough, my family is Buddhist and I find no problem with non-Buddhist visiting temples. Thank you. In the same way that I have no problem with non-Christians visiting churches and cathedrals. Hey! Wait a minute, there's a little bit of a delay for some reason. Going to Japan for the very first time in May 2025. Just, what, 7 months ago? Considering staying in either Shinjuku or Shibuya, what would you recommend? We are not much of bar hoppers. Which city has more access with things to do? I think that in that case, probably to start with, there's probably going to be a lot more hotel options in Shinjuku compared to Shibuya. Shibuya has a lot less hotels from my experience. Depends where you want to stay. If you could stay in, for example, the Cerulean Tower, which is one of my favorite hotels, it's very expensive, then stay there in Shibuya. But if you're looking just for a place that has a little bit more access, comparing those two, I would say Shinjuku for sure. And Shinjuku, as I've learned, is so big, and you don't have to stay in the center with all the bars and stuff like that. You might want to also consider staying near Tokyo Station. If you want to have a hub that can get you around and isn't, a crazy bar place, then near Tokyo Station would probably be a good option too. None of the Japanese temples or shrines are old. They get rebuilt every few decades. Once I'd seen 30 odd, I was good. I know what you're saying. I know you're saying they are old though, because they are basically repaired exactly the same way. They've stood there forever, Spicy family chicken with pillow tartar bun is so good. Really? I am late to the show again. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Nathan, Ninja Monkey, and Japan Japan. Mark G, thanks for being here. I mean, probably I'll be ending the stream sort of soon, but it's not your fault. I started the stream half an hour earlier because I have a big day tomorrow morning and I couldn't really be staying up too late. So please forgive me. I found your playlist of videos for Kyushu. Yay! Great stuff. Oh my god, those videos are kind of old. Will give me loads to watch, hoping to find some hidden gems. That playlist is old. That playlist is like, really, those videos I did before I was doing YouTube kind of semi-seriously, but still I kept them up there because hopefully it'll be useful. Also, I was going to mention, Airdrid, that I have a second channel. Before Japan Ichiban reminds me about my second channel. I have a second channel called The Happy Gaijin. And Happy Gaijin channel, I actually have a few vlogs from my Kyushu trip this year that won't be on that playlist, because I don't think, or maybe I can add them to the playlist. But yeah, check that out. Tokyo Station area, Kanda, Ueno are my go-to hotel areas, but anywhere on the Yamanote line works. I agree, Span. I mean, I like Ueno a lot, but I'm answering the question not from what I like, but from what is from the question. I'm just trying to answer the question. Monzen Nakacho is pretty cool. I agree with you, Tawada. I was hot when it was 75 degrees. The Japanese do not sell huge water bottles. Banana, what made me start YouTube? Good question, actually. Not many people have asked me that question. What made me start YouTube? Um, Fame and glory and being absolutely amazing. No. I started YouTube because I started putting some videos. When I went to Japan the very first few trips, I took a lot of photos and I took some video, not a lot of video, but some video. And I remember when I returned home, I remember watching the videos more than looking at the photos, if that makes any sense. So the next time I went to Japan, I actually went with videos, with taking videos in mind, like as a priority. And I took some footage, and at that point, I guess that I was sort of vlogging very awkwardly, and I decided to just put things up just for me and for my family, sort of thing, and people started watching it, and and it just went on and on and on. Minus 40 Celsius. What? No, no, no. I'm not Fat Mike. How are you doing, my dude? It was nice bumping into you in Shinjuku. By the way, my hotel was in Sugamo. All the people Japanese I talked to said it's an old people's city. They don't seem that old. It is also known as a Harajuku of old people. Looking at Shinkansen ticket to Hakone and then to Kyoto from Tokyo. Why does it say Tokyo to Hakone 1.5 hours, Hakone to Tokyo 2 hours? Isn't Hakone halfway to Tokyo? Because to get to Hakone there isn't a direct Shinkansen. You'd have to get off and change, I believe, which probably is adding extra time. So, and Hakone is not halfway. Hakone is actually out the way. You probably have to backtrack back, I'm guessing, to Nagoya, something like that. How much does my video gear weigh? That's a very good, you're asking good questions today. I know, but enough to want to downgrade and think about what I carry every single day and have like back problems and neck problems at the end of the day. Yeah, I carry quite a bit of gear with me, so. Dying Goal, you're back. I'm about to go, dude. I'm about to end the stream. But, hey. You're back. This is a better time for streaming. For sure, I can see in the numbers. I can see that a lot of my viewers are online now compared to like when I started, which is when I try to stream, unless I have a hectic day like I'm gonna have tomorrow. Oh, that's it, Odawara. So you'd have to return. So it's like a detour. Mark is one step ahead in the same way that you're one step ahead of me most of the time. Makwa, how you doing? More likes, people, more likes. Hit that button. Hit the like button, everyone. Hey, wait a minute. Don't I have like a like thingy? No? Wait a minute. Like the video, everyone. Look, can I make it fit? Yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's do it again. Make it the same size. Oh, there we go. Like the video. Jamie, how are you doing? Wondering in late March if Shirakawa go for snow and Kanazawa are worth visiting. Alternatively, I'd be traveling Tokyo to Nagoya to Osaka, Kyoto on the bullet train. I'm not very sure what late March will be like in terms of snow, to be honest. To be totally honest with you. I'm guessing that late March will probably be a no for snow. That's just my guess. I think most of it would. I'm just doing some research here, and most of it would have melted by then. So yeah, if it's just for snow, then probably no. Don't forget that's a period where we start getting the cherry blossoms. So how long until my next trip? What is my route? My next trip is, I think, 6 weeks time ish. How many? Let's see, how many weeks do I have until my next trip? I have and I'm gonna tell you my next route, 5 weeks. 5 weeks, guys. My next trip is via Helsinki, although I'm a little bit nervous because it's a 1 hour 15-minute layover, guys. 1 hour 15 minutes. I'm not gonna stress about it. Whatever happens, happens. It's what I've decided, right? I agree. I recommend visiting Kanazawa regardless of the weather. I have to agree with JJI there. I'm going to play into Japan this Friday with my family. This is the last one of these I'll catch before my trip. Please come back after your trip and let us know how everything is doing, yeah? Would you stay in Hakone near the station or up in the mountains? I would stay in an onsen. Regardless of where it is, I would stay in the in an onsen, probably up in the mountains, like Daingol is mentioning. Shinjuku Kabukicho Tower is cool. I also like the Metropolitan Hotel. Tokyo Station is great. 2 minutes walk to Shinkansen. Awesome. 38 days and hiring a car to Kyushu. Nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Jim Ross is going to be there at the same time as me. So we're definitely going to be hanging out. 12 weeks for Tommy. Everyone's... And for Dying Goal is probably like... He'll be going 5 times in the next 2 months. Yeah, Dying Goal. I'm gonna have to end the stream, unfortunately, 3 times. Unfortunately, I have a crazy day tomorrow, and I have a very early morning start. So, which is not my norm. Normally, I have a normal morning start. Normally, so I usually start my stream later and I stream for a little bit longer. But today, I don't think it's gonna be something that I can do realistically. Three times, indeed. I should look to fly through Dubai. It's longer, I think. I was looking at it and it was just longer overall. Sleep is overrated. If I don't get enough sleep at my job, boy oh boy. I've not got flights until January. Staying near Shin Okubo, Korean town. Got to get that fried chicken. Shin Okubo is a great place to stay, by the way. Abodo, I do indeed. I do. I mean, it's something I would consider doing, for example, in the summer. Having a longer layover is definitely an option when I'm flying for a longer period of time. I just would not do like a long layover when I'm only going to Japan for a week. Yeah. +1 for Shinokubo, stayed there many times. I know, it's a great place. It's a really nice place. I mean, to be honest, one of the things that I've been doing more recently is I stayed in the Kabukicho Tower area this time round, and I mean, I'm staying in the Kabukicho, the same hotel this winter, this New Year's, only because the hotel prices have gone up so much everywhere else that now I'm sort of like stuck. But one of the things that I've been doing recently is I've actually been using the Yamanote line or whatever, or using the train line and getting off at Okubo station and walking to Kabukicho, because it's actually, I would say it's probably quicker to get off at Okubo station and walk to Kabukicho area in Shinjuku than to get off at Shinjuku station and walk to Kabukicho, because of the amount of people that slow you down in the station in Shinjuku, if that makes any sense. Break it up and stay the night in Dubai. I'll meet you there. I mean, if you meet me there, then then things are different, you see. I love hot springs. One of my favorite things in the world. Flying to Dubai from here is quite easy, actually. I have direct flights to Dubai. I don't think they're very, very long either. They're under 6 hours for sure. Not being able to fly over Russia has Europe, Japan travel all messed up. I agree. Unless you're like Japan Ichiban and you're clever and you fly with a Chinese airline that flies over Russia. Yeah, Japan. You see Japan Ichiban? I was just saying that right now. Yeah, the Chiba urban monorail is the longest in the world. It's the second monorail, I believe, system in Japan, if I remember right. And yeah, flying with a Chinese airline also. I found so far from all of my my trips that I've done, actually the flight via Zurich has been the best for sure. To start with, Zurich was actually quite a nice airport, and it's only 2.5 hours flight to Zurich, and then from Zurich to Tokyo is like 13 hours, which is normal. So it was actually a very quick, very efficient flight to Tokyo. Is there much difference in time from Haneda versus Narita? I would say to Osaka it's probably easier, probably going to be easier to get there from Haneda, I think. To be honest, the difference between Haneda and Narita, even when you're traveling in somewhere else in Tokyo, you're talking about maybe a 20-minute difference max, half an hour max difference. You'd rather play UA, fly UI, UA. Guys, I have lost the chat. Oh, here we go. But I think it's time for me to say goodnight and catch you in the next one. But let's see if there's anything else. Tawada says Haneda because international is more beautiful than Narita. I feel so sad for the farmers who gave their land for Narita. You always have a way to spin things. Tawada. But I have been very impressed with Terminal 2 of Haneda. The Anna terminal is Very, very nice. Yeah, something happened to me. That happened to me also, Lord McGray, which is why I can't put the change the that because it crashed. I don't know what's happened. Farmers are pissed. Farmers, those farmers. I think so, Bojo. The time difference, after traveling for so long, 14 hours is minimal, like. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there, just because I can't access the chat for some reason. As always, a big thanks to. How do I do this? Jim Ross, Alex, and Lord McGray for your support, your donations. They help a lot, believe it or not. Helps the channel continue going, especially this week. This month has been terrible for ad revenue, like really, really bad. It's supposed to be one of the higher months because of Christmas advertisements, but yeah, my channel hasn't been getting many views this month, I have to admit. But hey, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. I've got you guys. It's what's important. On that note, thanks for watching. Stay positive and be happy gaijin. See you soon. Check out my latest video.